Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, your thoughts I will proclaim, your doctrines I mun blame. Ye shall hear, ye shall hear, your doctrines I mun blame. Ye shall hear what is right and what is wrong, by the law, by the law. What's right and what is wrong, by the law. What is right and what is wrong, a short sword and a lang, a weak arm and a strang, for to draw, for to draw, a weak arm and a strang, for to draw. What makes heroic strife, famed afar, famed afar? What makes heroic strife, famed afar? What makes heroic strife, to whet the assassin's knife, or hunt a parent's life with bloody war, bloody war, or hunt a parent's life with bloody war? Then let your schemes alane in the state, in the state. Then let your schemes alane in the state. Then let your schemes alane and adore the rising sun, and leave a man undone. 'Tis fate, 'tis fate, and leave a man undone. 'Tis fate. Ah, ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, lend an ear. Ye Jacobites by name, your thoughts I will proclaim, your doctrines I mun blame. You shall hear, you shall hear, your doctrines I mun blame. You shall hear.
You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself.
Away from me.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
You want me to knock you in the head?
Well, I want you to swear to God on the Bible that you walked on the moon.
Okay.
If you walked on the moon, we're given the opportunity to swear to God that you walked on the moon.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to get the hell knocked out of you if you don't leave me alone.
So why don't you just put the end to the record in the argument and put your hand on the Bible, swear to God you walked on the moon.
Mr. Sibrel, knowing you, that's probably a fake Bible.
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy. Why don't you talk to the administrator in NASA? We're passengers. We're guys going on a flight. We're passengers. We're guys going on a flight. We're passengers. We're guys going on a flight. I don't hit people, but you're going to be able to deck because you're going to head out. I appreciate it. Get out of the black house.
When the shadows interrupt with, I don't give a damn about all that shit. When the shadows interrupt with, I don't give a damn about all that shit. When the shadows interrupt with, I don't give a damn about all that shit. When the shadows interrupt with, I don't give a damn about all that shit.
Lunar orbit being falsified.
Being falsified?
Correct. We got an unedited tape from a source at the Johnson Space Center.
Totally nonsense.
Take yourself and get the fuck out. Take yourself and get the fuck out.
I'm back in my element. I'm back on my grind. This is irrelevant. All that matters is the climb. I'm such a perfectionist. So everything gotta be right. Just setting a precedent. This right here's a testament to my sacrifice. Back in my element. I'm back in my element. I'm back in my, if they don't want let them in. Gotta leave them all behind. I here like a veteran. But I ain't even hit my...
Well, well, well. We are. Well, we should be. We should be live, right? And I guess, yeah, not complying, at least. Most of us do not comply. And I've said it before, but I used to do a live stream called Live and Not Complying. And YouTube did not like it. They did not like it one bit. It was like I had took a massive dump on their fish and chips, but hey, there you go, right? Of course, YouTube, controlled by Google, controlled by the CIA. Shock horror. And our guest tonight, Bart Sibrel, he's talked about that in the past, in particular referring to, let me get it right, anytime Bart put a video on his YouTube and it said CIA in the title, it wasn't allowed to be monetized straight away. And I mean, it's quite comical when you think about it. If you want to know who controls you, look at who you cannot criticize, right? Yeah. Quite insane, the power that entities like the CIA have got. I mean, throughout my life, I've heard about the CIA. Oh, American agency, blah, blah, blah. Intelligence agency, blah, blah, blah. But I remember going back about maybe, what would it have been? 4 years ago, longer than that, 5 or 6 years ago. And there's a German journalist who talked about the CIA. And he said, look, basically what happens is the CIA come and see you and they tell you what to put out. And that's it. You don't get to be a journalist. They just say, look, hey, this is what you're going to say. This is what you're going to write. And that is that. And if you go against it, you lose your job, right? But if you do as you're told and be a good little boy or girl, then they would shower you in gifts. And in particular, the German journalist Udo talked about he got the key to a city in America that you'd never even heard of or been to. Yep, here you go, and have some money and checks and all the rest of it, and it'll be great, right? But of course, when you come from a good place internally, you would only be able to do that for so long before you said, hey, wait a minute, this is not right. I'm not doing this anymore. This is not journalism. So Udo came out and basically whistle blew the whole situation, and then he died of a heart attack. Shock horror. Insane shock that, right? Of course, knowing about the CIA and how they operate, and I think there's, I mean, I've not seen a patent, but there probably is one for what they called a heart attack gun. So you could basically kill an enemy without them even knowing they had been shot. I shouldn't laugh, but I mean, that's going back many years now. So what sort of weaponry technology have they got today? I dread to imagine, to be honest. And if you step on the toes of these entities, you pay for it, either financially or in a materialistic sense. or straight up they take you out. Big time. When it comes to the CIA and entities alike, and the gigantic beast that is Big Pharma, as soon as you get in their way, man, they will take you down. They will take you out. No two ways about it. And I've mentioned before about people who they have got in the way of Big Pharma and they got taken out. Big time. No two ways about it. Straight up killed by the powers that be. And then you get people who point to the likes of, let me think of maybe 2 examples here. In particular, the guy Russell Brand. Yeah. Oh, Brand's a good guy. He's one of us. He's speaking out against Big Pharma. Well, if he was, he would not be here today. Guaranteed, he would not. He would not see the light of day, especially when he's got a big following. He is not one of you and me. No way. And I think more recent, or in the way of medical information, if you like, Dr. John Campbell. Oh, he's one of us now. He's a good guy now. Oh, yeah, sure. If he was, then he wouldn't be here today. No two ways about it. They would have took him out, man. They would have shut him down in many, many aspects, in many, many ways. But of course, he's still here. He's still going. And I mean, I couldn't rule out the fact, or the possibility even, that Campbell could just be a bit stupid. Because the way the powers work, they can use and abuse anybody they see fit for their own gain. And I've talked about before how everything's going to come out. Guaranteed. It's all going to come out. Whether people like it or not, they're going to be shoving it in your face, man. Constantly. Reminding you of what they done. And it's all going to lead into what Klaus Schwab talked about. Yeah, that guy. When he talked about an angrier world. I can't do his voice. Thankfully. I think Sensum, he can do it. Speaking of our English brother, Sensum, he will be joining us tonight. So me and Sensum will be a tag team, if you like, in questioning Mr. Sibrel and putting stuff forward to him in a constructive manner. I think when you're talking about the moon landing hoax, there's no bigger, there's no better than Bart Sibrel. There simply isn't. You won't find anyone else out there who's done the amount of work that Bart has done. So in my own personal view, he is second to none. And it'll be a privilege and an honour to have Bart on again. Well, for the third time. The first time we had Bart on, it got a strike. Medical misinformation. Then the second time it's still there. And it is, of course, on the original channel, which got terminated twice. Terminated the first time in 2021, 2022. And then it lay dormant for the best part of a year. And then unbelievably, we resurrected it again, only for it to be terminated again. About, I think, within a year of that. And then, unbelievably, we got it back again. I managed to wriggle my way through appeals, and we got it back. It got reinstated. But of course, the bottom line would be they terminated it twice wrongfully. It should never have been terminated. And I mean, the the original channel, it's in quite good nick, to be fair. It probably doesn't get the views that it maybe should get, which is neither here or there, but it's the simple fact that it got terminated twice, and it died twice. It lost its momentum on 2 occasions, and it's not quite got back to the point it was at. So whether it will or not, I'm unsure, to be honest, because it was, especially the first time before it got terminated, it was doing unbelievably well, man. And I remember not long before it got terminated, I done a 3-part series on empty buildings, in particular, the ones where you get treated during the height of the pandemic. And I think part 1, it went on to get about 10,000 views. It was close to 10 or 10. And part 2 and part 3, they were quite well viewed, but nothing like part 1. And then, of course, it got terminated. Nope, we can't have that, right? Can't have people putting out true information about the world that we're in. They shut you down. Simple. That's not to say nothing comes out, because it does come out, and it will come out. Mark my words, it will come out. But the way they operate, it comes out on their terms, not on our terms. Oh no, that would be... They couldn't have that, right? So going back to that, before termination, we were kind of ahead of the game, ahead of the curve, if you like. So yeah, we got shut down, and hey, we took it on the chin. To be honest, I never thought I'd get it back the first time or the second time, but like I said, unbelievably, we got it back, and it's still going today. It's kind of... It started off with me making videos about, I guess, chemtrails and the whole planet deception, the whole Mars deception, and it was a bit... It never really had any specific topic. And then this is going back to 2019 October, and then the pandemic hit in 2020, and it all kind of became focused on the lies that were being put out, man. It was astonishing, man. Anytime I think back, I think, holy moly, and people fell for it. Of course, not everyone fell for it, which is great. And unfortunately, a lot of people who did fall for it, they ain't here today. They are simply not here. That doesn't mean that every single person who walked into the treatment is not here today, because some of them are. I know of some of them, but that does not hide the fact that a lot of them, they're not here today. They're gone. And I think me and Bart talked about that on the first stream that we done. And of course it got a strike. It got deleted, and I don't even think... I'd have to do a good bit of digging, but I don't think it's anywhere, so I don't think I can even get it back. But we got Bart on again, and he will be on again tonight, and I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, he is second to none. Big time. Nazi Von Braun, yeah. I've got questions written down. I won't give too much away. I won't spoil the game. But we might talk about Von Braun, the Nazi rocket scientist who jumped ship from Germany to America. Quite interesting as well, because often what's not talked about there is the fact that the German Nazi scientists, they got split up. and they were kind of, could we say, headhunted? We'll say that for the time being. So America got their share, and then the Russians got their share. And of course, they both went on to create their own space program, and the space race began. The fake race, if you like. I mean, quite comical, but there you go. Of course, these entities, they don't work for any nation. They work for the powers that be, the hidden hand. That's the bottom line there. So they can get shipped about from post to pillar, whenever and wherever suited. And we've seen that, I guess, throughout history. Have you looked into... where did it go? Why is it not? There we go. Have you looked into the post-millennial kingdom? I don't think I have, to be honest. Should I look into it? Is it worth my time? Time for me at the moment is been on the ground, not in the sense of, I've got years, but in the way of, well, I've got a lot of college work. I'm neck deep into my HNC at college. So that is kind of priority over, well, not over life itself, of course. You've still got to live, right? You've got to try anyway, but it takes priority in a sense, but I still make content. So if you're not, I mean, it's been about 5 or 6 months since I've been on here. I've been on here live. Having the 2 channels is, I mean, it's hard for one guy to operate 2 channels, but I try my best. So potentially there could be people here who are not subscribed on the original channel. So if you go to the link in the description, you'll find the original channel. And at the moment, we're on our way to 6K subscribers, which is astonishing, to be honest. I can remember being on about 14 subscribers. And I thought, do you know what? I don't think it's going to work. And then it just skyrocketed day after day. And then, we had our terminations and many issues. Strike after strike after strike, man. Honestly, it was shocking. Even when my channel got deleted, I was getting strikes. I was waking up to emails. It'd been deleted for months. And then I was waking up to emails from YouTube saying, you've got a strike. And I thought, well, my channel's deleted. Why are you doing this to me? And then it was one day when, after about 7 months, I think, I had been on Facebook and I won a copyright appeal. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to put in an appeal for my YouTube channel. So I basically laid out all the information that I talked about and how it was true. And I got links from peer-reviewed papers, doctors, including the World Health Organization. And I thought, right, take that, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Then I think the very next day, it got reinstated. And we were once again resurrected. We're back more times than Jesus himself, man. So, we've had our issues, but we're still here today. We're still going, and we've got Bart Sibrel on tonight. And let me see. I put the link in the chat. I think that should be the correct link. Maybe it's not. What are you saying, Billy?
Can I have £1.50, please?
Daddy will be going to the shop. You can come with me soon, okay? Alright? Kids. Have kids, they said. Have children. He's only 7 and he's wanting money. It never ends, right? What can you do? I'm not going to be on too long. I kind of wanted to plug it and say that I will try and come on here a bit more as my college work hopefully subsides a wee bit. Hopefully, I'm going to have a bit more time. I mean, there is topics that I prefer to get into. With NASA, the space program, if we can call it that, the whole Apollo program is quite big for me to get into. So we like to get into that, and I think we will continue to delve into it. Would that be a better way to put it? We'll be delving into it a lot more as time goes on. No two ways about it. Starting with tonight with Bart Sibrel. The whole geoengineering, I mean, I've covered that extensively now since about 2021, and I don't think there's anything that we've not touched on or covered pretty much inside out. And I've kept saying, look, it's going to happen. It is the perfect cover for the already committed crime that is happening above our heads, pretty much as we speak. Although it's a complete grey out here in Scotland, and yep, it's raining. Shock horror. Would you Adam and Eve that, right? So yeah, I've never heard about the. Let me just check the chat quickly. I've never heard about the concept you talked of, but I might look into it if I get the chance. AB Paul from Newcastle in the hood. Good to see you, Paul. Hopefully, we will see you tonight at the stroke of midnight, right? So that should be interesting. The graveyard shift, but hey, if you're there, you're there. If you're not there, you can catch up whenever you can. Henry Hill in the hood as well. Good to see you. Been a while. I'm not sure if you're subbed on the original channel, so you might want to check it out. Thanks very much. Yeah, Bart is great. He, like I said, one of a kind. That's what he is. So I look forward to getting him on again. Hey, none of us are going to be here forever. So we'll get him on, and then, I mean, anytime I've spoke to Bart outside of YouTube, he's always been very willing and very keen to come on and talk about his work. And basically, he doesn't want anything in return, which is astonishing, to be honest. He's a great guy. I highly recommend his work, and we will discuss that a lot more tonight. There's Carl as well in the hood with the beautiful sunflower. Fantastic. Great to see you. Hopefully you can join us tonight. If not, I'll be looking for you, right? I'll be rounding everyone up. Of course I won't. I'll be busy trying to think of some good questions to ask Bart. I've already got some, and I know Sensum's got quite a few. So we'll probably go for about an hour or so tonight. Yeah, I reckon that's probably what we'll do. And there's a lot to cover, a lot to get into. I mean, even though Apollo, in particular, the Apollo program, how long ago was that now? 50, 55 years ago, 60 years ago? It's, there's still a lot to see. There's a lot to get into. So we will definitely be covering that extensively this year. And hey, God granted, into the coming years as well. What a world we're in now, man. Honestly, it is insane. I was live on the Jacobites on Facebook on Sunday night. That was quite good. I enjoyed that. And I was actually a special guest there. It was news to me until I got on. I thought, wait a minute, what? Who? Me? And I said, if I knew I was going to be a special guest, I would have told you to get someone else. Not me, right? But I guess, yeah. Hey, we started in 2019. We've covered a lot of stuff. I'm quite opinionated, so yeah, people like to try and get me on from time to time. Not many, which is great because, like I said, time is limited. But I was on the last Jacobites, and then I had a chance to jump on with Sensum on Monday night. So I was live on Sunday and Monday, and I reckon tonight with Bart, and then possibly I'm hoping, the hope is to get at least one guest monthly. So the plan at the moment, albeit Mark Windows doesn't know yet, but he's gonna know when I tell him. The plan is to get Mark back on in March, and then possibly Met Warwick the month after, who lives off grid. And if you don't know Mark Windows, man, you should. That guy has been about for many years, covering Agenda 2030, the whole sustainable development nonsense since it basically began. So the work he's done is extensive. So I'm hoping to get him on, and I've got a few other names in the pipeline that hopefully they'll come on and we can get a chat with them. So yeah, I basically wanted to jump on and blow away the cobwebs from Talbanocky Live, right? Yeah, I kind of feel like it's kind of getting left with me not having as much time as I used to. So I might rethink. What I'll do is I'll have a wee think about how I can make it a bit better, make it more interesting, if that is possible, and maybe even bring in something new, something different to an extent. So you can look out for that, I guess, here and lots more on the original channel. Again, it's doing really well at the moment. I'm quite shocked, actually. And it's quite funny because about a month ago, it finally lost all the warnings it had attached to it. And the cheek of YouTube saying, well, if you get a warning, it doesn't affect your channel. Bullshit, man. It does. It clearly does. Because as soon as they went away, it's like a whole new life has been brought into it. And I can see it reaching 6K in no time, which is astonishing to me. I know there is a handful of people out there who they really enjoy the content. And I remember one guy saying, you should have 1 million subscribers. And I thought, holy moly, that blew me away. I thought, well, hey, I don't know if I'd go that far. But I do remember when I had about 14 and I thought, well, do you know what? Even if it was to stay at 14 subscribers, I'm happy enough to keep going. The main reason being I enjoyed making content. And that is the bottom line still today. And as long as I do continue to enjoy it, I'll still be here. If the day comes where I don't enjoy it, likelihood is going to be that I won't hang about. But hey, I'm still here. I'm still going. And I should have put my website up, because I don't do that enough either, right? Shock horror. I've not even got it about. Can I put it in? Let me see. I'll put it in before we kind of wrap it up. And like I said, be about tonight, or I'm going to be chasing you, right? Let me see. Not in capitals, because then I'll be shouting it. Talbothockey.com. I always get this wrong for some reason. HTTPS, is it? I can't even remember now. Not free teas though. Oh my god. And for someone who is writing stuff daily, you would you wouldn't think it, put it that way. S, and it's like a face, almost a sideways smile. Oh man! And I shortened my website. Why can I not even write it? Oh my god! So I changed it from That's Life But Not As We Know It to talbanocky.com, which I thought would be better. But it's never seemed to do as well as it did, to be honest. But again, I don't promote it enough, to be honest. So I should try and get better at that, because I enjoy having the website. I pay for it. I pay quite a lot for it, to be honest. But that's neither here nor there. I do that because I want it. I do it because I enjoy having it. Other people might not enjoy it. At most won't enjoy it, but I do, right? So that's why it's there, and it's kind of like a backup as well, because hey, when you've been terminated twice, you can't rule out being terminated again. And the amount of strikes we've had in the past is quite staggering. What I've been surprised about is YouTube talk about how you're not allowed to go against the whole climate change narrative. Well, I've been doing that since it started, and I've yet to be pulled up on it to an extent, which is quite interesting. I've never had a strike in that side of things. It's always been, the majority has always been medical misinformation. So the day could come where we do get strikes for speaking out against the climate change narrative, because there's a lot to be said there, most definitely. So, what are we at now? 4 o'clock. So we're not long until we're going to be live, and the link is in the description. So make sure you, not a problem, Carol. Great to see you. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you're there, right? Or I'll chase you. I'll come and find you. I'm good at finding people, seemingly. So I look out for it, right? Let me see if I got a couple of Bart videos I can play. 1 or 2 maybe still. To see us out. Where did it go? Have I lost it? Yeah, long ago. Yeah, that boat sailed, right? Yeah, there was one I was going to play. There it goes. So I've got 1 or 2 that I can play to see us out. And then, yeah, look out for it tonight. Stroke of Midnight, me, Sensum, and Bart Sibrel. And yeah, it's going to be a cracker, if I can say so myself. He's a great guest and a proper gentleman, Bart. So look out for it. And it won't be the last time that we have Bart on. So don't worry if you miss it. Your chance will come, right? Yeah, God granted. So, like I always say, do not live in fear. Don't do it. Eradicate it from your mind. Keep going. Don't let anybody get in your way, no matter who they think they are. Just don't. You do what you've got to do. Straight up. And like I always say, no matter what, no matter where, do not comply. And that is about it.
You want me to knock you in the head?
Well, I want you to swear to God on the Bible that you walked on the moon.
Okay?
If you walked on the moon, we're given the opportunity to swear to God that you walked on the moon.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to get the hell knocked out of you if you don't leave me alone.
So why don't you just put the end to the record in the argument and put your hand on the Bible, swear to God you walked on the moon.
Mr. Sibrel, knowing you, that's probably a fake Bible.
the Earth to
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy. Why don't you talk to the administrator at NASA? We're passengers. We're guys going on a flight.
I don't hit people, but you're going to be on the deck unless you get...
I'm heading out. I appreciate it.
And get the hell out of my house.
Well, take your stuff and get the fuck out.
Why don't you quote me and say it's bullshit? In the shadows in Iraq, I don't give a damn about all that shit.
You're full of shit.
Of lunar orbit being falsified.
Being falsified?
Correct. We've got an unedited tape from a source at the Johnson Space Center.
Totally nonsense. Mr. Sibrel, you do not deserve answers.
If you show this publicly, you're open for a lawsuit. Okay? We're passengers. We're guys going on a flight. We're passengers. We're
guys going on a flight.
So why don't you just put the end to the record in the argument and put your hand on the Bible, swear to God you walked on the moon.
Mr. Sibrel, knowing you, that's probably a fake Bible.
I am a passenger. I ride and I ride. I ride through the city's backside. I see the stars come out of the sky. Yeah, they're bright in a hollow sky. You know it looks so good tonight. Oh. I am a passenger. I stay under glass. I look through my window so bright. I see the stars come out tonight. I see the bright and hollow sky. Oh, the city's red backsides, and everything looks good tonight. Say la 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 la. Get into the car, we'll be the passenger. We'll ride through the city at night. I see the city's ripped back sides. We'll see the bright and hollow sky. We'll see the stars that shine so bright. The sky was made for us tonight. Oh. The passenger, how he rides. Oh, the passenger, and he rides and he rides. He looks through his window. What does he see? He sees the sign and hollow sky. He sees the stars come out tonight. He sees the city's ripped back sides. He sees the winding ocean drive. And everything was made for you and me. And all of it was made for you and me. It just belongs to you and me. So let's take a ride and see what's mine. La 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 la. passenger. He rides and he rides. He sees things from under glass. He looks through his window side. He sees the things that he knows are his. He sees the bright and hollow sky. He sees the cities asleep at night. He sees the stars are out tonight. And all of it is yours and mine. And all of it is yours and mine. So let's ride and ride and ride and ride. Oh. Sing la 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 la.
I know for a fact, we've had this analyzed, and this is the window, and you're in, and it's dated by an atomic clock at the Goldstone tracking station, which is on the tape.
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy. Why don't you talk to the administrator at NASA? We're passengers. We're guys going on a flight. We're not.
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy. Why don't you talk to the administrator at NASA? We're passengers. We're passengers. We're guys going on a flight. We're guys going on a flight. We're not.
You're the one who said you walked on the moon when you didn't. Calling the kettle black, if I ever thought of it. Saying I misrepresented myself.
Away from me.
You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
Well, you're talking to the wrong guy. Why don't you talk to the administrator at NASA? We're passengers. We're guys going on a flight.
I don't hit people, but you're going to be on the deck unless you get...
I'm heading out. I appreciate it.
Get the hell out of the house.
Well, I'd take your stuff and get the fuck out. Take your stuff and get the fuck out.
When the shadows interact with, I don't give a damn about all that shit. I don't give a damn about all that shit.
Back in my element. Crunch time in the final four. Come in and I trailblaze.